I don't think I'm having internet problems or anything. So, I don't think I'm having internet. Yeah, like I was 100% fine. I don't know what that was. But that was such a cool cutscene. Oh my gosh, Scaramouche saying, "I see you." Battle of the Minds, Nadia in that bubble. Oh, that was so cool. Like, she was in the move that she uses as her ult. Oh my god, that was so cool. I can't get over that. I'm so bummed that, of course, during that really amazing cutscene is when I guess it wasn't even the internet. I think the stream just cut out. I don't know what was wrong there, but, his damn robot thing, yeah, he's really cool. That's just everything in that cutscene had me so hyped and so excited. Like, I'm ready now.
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed.
Yeah, and I assume that's why we're with Tighnari now.
After that, Tighnari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here.
Our minds swap places.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body?
Oh, and that's why we saw it. Okay, okay.
Where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes.
It seems dangerous. Like, she almost died. Or the place she was in was crumbling, and that looked really important.
Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Okay.
Oh no! Nahida's trapped
Same.
in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time.
Okay, so we gotta save her.
It's pretty vague.
Like, so bad. I mean, I do too, but she doesn't really seem to care that much. She's not really in tune with her own emotions. She's definitely more led by her, like, knowledge. So that makes me feel a little better, because, like, she's not, like, traumatized by it or anything. You know what I mean? It's just sad that she's gotten used to it, I guess, is what I feel bad about.
Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay.
Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
I don't really remember that. It was a while ago.
Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert?
Maybe.
She
Please.
isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the desert.
You said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Yeah. Sorry for blowing your mind.
The situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so...
Desert, really easy to see chests in the distance. That's cool.
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals. So all I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
I just received some new intel.
Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
The Academia is turning the Balladeer into a god.
What?
Do you have any evidence?
I saw the Scent God under construction. So-called divine consciousness. Alright, I'm gonna go with this one. So yeah, they're building a mechanical god, which is really interesting, and I'm glad I was right about that.
So that's what happened.
I was just wrong about how they were
explains why
doing it. Like, I
Hypatia's
thought they were going to
symptoms
use
were
the ley
different
lines,
from
because
those of
Tori's
the
really
other
famous for
stars who
manipulating the
went
ley
mad.
lines.
It's because
But
she
they were
made
using the
contact
Akasha
with the
system, which of
consciousness
course
a
makes
new
more
god
sense, because
who
it's
was
already
still in the
established.
process of being born.
Tighnari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardis Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like
The
I made
Fatui
the
is
right
also behind
decision
some of
by
this.
not accept the Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time.
True.
From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then,
Alright, cool.
what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still
Because
nowhere
the
close to figuring
Irminsul
out the Sage's goals.
is literally the ley lines. It's the whole power source of everything.
Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tighnari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat.
You could see the
That'll be
red
your
knowledge
fastest route.
capsules
Come
we
find
saw
me here
before.
if there's
Maybe
anything else I can do to help.
it's possible.
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Are we going to the desert now? I mean, like I said, it's possible, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I haven't been over here yet, so that's gonna be cool. So I'll probably want to teleport here, go this way, and then we're gonna try and get this. I don't know how far it's gonna have us go in the desert, but I'm hoping pretty, you know, far in. Let us explore some. I definitely want to finish the Archon quest, of course. At least chapter 3 of it, but I would also really like to explore the desert some, so you know. Dude, why didn't that hit the flower? It was right there.
Scatter!
Bloop. 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 Yeah. Alright. That was a little faster. Not much faster, but a little bit. I don't think I've been up there yet, so I have to do that sometime too. And I haven't been in this city yet, so it's really cool. Gonna go to new places. I always assumed that, I don't know, it's interesting because we know that the Gnosis was originally Scaramouche's heart. The Electro-Gnosis. But what I didn't know was that A must have made him a new one after she removed the Gnosis and didn't give it to him. Because it seems like he still could feel positive emotions, and like he could still feel in general when he was still like exploring and was the Wanderer, right? So does that mean he had a second heart, and the Gnosis of course was his original, and then the third heart of course was delusion, but maybe his original heart, or his like second heart, was a vision? That'd be kind of interesting. Because it definitely looked like it was the color of Animo, which is, you know, maybe a hint, but it was also fire-ish, so who knows.
It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside.
Samiel,
if it's
Samel, or
crystal,
whatever, isn't
it's
that like
gotta
an
be the
angel of
divine
death
work of
in
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata,
Christian
right?
religion or whatever? Samiel, or whatever.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
I'll hate them! Hi, pretty boy. How are you? Hi. How are you, I'll hate them? It's been a while. Hi.
Over here.
Oh, that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder
How
what
are
he's
you?
up to.
It's been a while. Ooh, the desert. I'm so excited. Just shows up randomly. I love it. I love it. I will never complain about seeing
Where
I'll
did he
hate them
go?
randomly.
How did we lose them? They...
More Aramite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time?
Probably literally
hello,
any one of our
traveler.
enemies in
Seems like
Sumeru's,
we were being
Academia, the
followed again.
Fatui,
You
the
were
followers
too
of the
careless.
Scarlet
You should have
King.
noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thanks, I'll hate them.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the Academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
No, he probably saw that they
So
were all
you've
mind
already
controlled.
landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
So you were actually looking for me.
Not quite. To tell you the
Oh,
truth,
dude.
I'm still
Stop
investigating
being
the
so
divine
flirty.
knowledge capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
I'm gonna be very disappointed if he's like our enemy, but I don't think he is, so I'm never gonna question him.
Alhaitham,
He's too hot.
you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What
The
kind of
situation
person
is a
even
little
notices our
complicated.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the Academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the divine knowledge capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Let's head there together then.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Traveling with, I'll hate them, doo-da, doo-da. Into the desert. Oh, finally. Finally. I've been putting this off for so long because I wanted to do it on stream, but finally, the desert. Oh, an instant Sealy. Okay. Oh, it got so much darker. Where you going, little buddy? Where are you going? I want to beat up those guys for their treasure. New mushrooms! They're so cute!
Time to go, as one with wind and cloud!
Rest and rebuild.
Illusion shattered.
I need those anyway. I used them all, leveling up the Traveler and stuff.
Take them. I have no need.
You guys have a treasure chest? Otherwise you're kinda useless. Why are you here if you don't have treasure? That seems counterproductive to me. Just saying.
Allow me. A brash maneuver.
I'm so not used to playing without a shield. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really bad at not playing with the shield. What are you? You look like a dragon, but you also look like a bird? Do I have my net? Oh, I literally have one left. Oh, it's like a vulture. Interesting. Oh man, it's an enemy? You're so cool! I want to put you in my teapot! Why do you have to be an enemy? That's so not nice. Why has everything gotta be your enemy? Yeah, I thought, I wasn't 100% sure if they released it. I know there is a map that was leaked, but I didn't know if that was for 3. I didn't know if that was for 3.2 or if it was like another area you could unlock in 3.1. Because there's a lot of leaks from 3.2. So I was like, maybe if I find it, we'll see.
There is no escape.
Scatter!
How did I end up as the one inside the log? I gotta be on my lookout for scarabs too for what's his name? Sino? Because I really, really want to build Sino soon. That was a weird skip. I don't know if you guys had the skip, but I had a skip. Okay. I think we're okay. I'm a little annoyed. It's always when I play Genshin and nothing else, but you know, whatever. It's weird that scorpions give you meat, but whatever. You saw a skip too? Okay. Well, that was weird. Because my internet says it's going strong, and it never says that. And it's never like during combat that I kept having issues, it was like during the cutscene, so I don't know. But dude, I still can't get over how amazingly cool that last cutscene was with Nahida and... Oh, now it's saying internet issues. Of course. Of course. After the skip. Great to know. But anyway, the Nahida and Scaramouche. Oh, man, why can I not remember his name? He's literally my favorite character, and I was like blanking on his name. No, let me get the statue. I wanted to get the statue. Are we gonna meet Sino? Looks like the trailer. Like when we were walking into the village, that's when Sino showed up in the trailer.
Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else.
Sino? 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 Sino Kegi. Oh! Damn! Damn! I don't know who to root for. I love them both so much. Get him, I'll hate them. Get him, Sino.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Hey, Razor's brother.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
I mean, I don't know about that,
Though
because we
styled
beat
like an
Raiden Shogun,
assassination,
so...
I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Ruthless boy.
Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him.
He is a little shady, but he's pretty.
That comes out of his mouth.
So...
I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
But it doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things.
He's pretty, so therefore we trust.
I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Nope.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
So you did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious?
Morally
if I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Is this a mission from the stage?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
Dude, I want Sino so bad now. Holy shit!
What should we do,
Holy
Traveler?
shit!
Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Ahem. Well, look at you two acting all.
Dea! Oh my god, I cannot wait for her. I don't care if she is shit. I don't care if she's a 4-star. I don't care if she's a 5-star. This girl has my soul.
You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Then Dea just
Yeah,
rolls up.
sure looks
Oh
that
yeah,
way.
lion
Two
mommy.
giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something
I guess
you
she's
get
more
to see every
tigerish,
day,
huh?
that's for sure. Listen, I know you
Thomas,
academic
she is
folks
a
love to fill up
child.
your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other.
You can't
How
say you're in
dare
love
you
with a
bring your petty
child. That's
disputes into the
bad.
safe haven
Squirt
of
bottle,
Maru
squirt,
Village?
squirt.
It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
You know what's really sad? Like, in real life, you know, I identify as gay. So when I, like, actually simp for the guys, like, that's me actually simping for them. But, like, legitimately, I am in love with Dea. Like, it's not even, like, oh, this girl is so hot. It's ridiculous.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm?
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
Oh man, I don't want to mess up her name because I don't think it's actually like Carmen. Isn't it like? It's like, I heard it earlier. Someone was talking about it in a guide for her. It's her name. I don't think is actually pronounced Carmen or whatever. Camila. I can't remember what her name actually is.
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong.
Candace. That's right, Candace.
That sounded like Candace.
Oh wait, her name is actually Candace in the game? Okay, they're saying Candace. I'm going with Candace. I know Twitter was blowing up about the fact that they pronounced it Candace when, like, the actual, like, name is, like, Canadius or something like that.
Alright, stop.
Or Canadis or something, like, in, like, actual, like, Egyptian or, like, back in the day, like, that name was said this way. Or that was the tribe that she's based off of name. It's just spelled very similarly to Candace. Or something. I don't know. It's very odd. I feel like her name is more of a reference. But Twitter was, like, blowing up about it. So I was going to try and say it right if it was different, but it's not. So I'm going with Candace. Sino's, like, ready to kill this man. I kind of love Sino now, too. Like, dude.
Well, this is pretty awkward.
I know. We're literally at a table with the three of the hottest people in the game. What do we do? I mean, that fortune teller said a lot of people would fall in love with this. And if everyone in this room did, I'd be okay with it. Like, holy shit.
Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
They're all so hot.
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
I would love to see Paimon walk. Is that just me? Or does anyone else want to see Paimon just start walking instead of flying?
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until
Candace
the
has the
sandstorm
design of a
dies down.
5-star, which is really interesting. Like, her model is so different than everyone else's that you think she is a 5-star, but she's only a 4-star.
Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru village.
She's really pretty too. I don't even know if she can.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
I know, she's like Jean, and then it's like Venti, Diluc, and Kaya all like screaming at each other in a bar.
Alright.
That's the vibes I
better
get.
acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof,
Oh my god, she's gonna
I
kill
will
him.
not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh! On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
No, I feel like Jean would do that too.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
I love the eyes and I love the twin ponytails. I even like the bangs. I don't know if anyone here has watched Ruby. She has like the almost exact same hairstyle as Emerald from Ruby, except for hers is blue. And Emerald has straight bangs. Like, that's the only difference. And I'm kind of here for it because Emerald's one of my favorite characters. If only she had dual gun blade things too, like Emerald, that would be really cool.
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway,
Dea was on
those two
Candace's
should probably
side.
start
True.
talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I would like to point out though that Candace and Dea both have like heel-esque shoes on and they're in the desert. You can't walk in heels in the desert.
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself.
You wear flats or you sink.
While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files.
Yeah, because
What
they're
little
corrupt.
They did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning.
Yeah, because you do what's right. And they don't care about what's right. They care about knowledge and power.
Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us.
So they really are up to no good.
Obviously.
I realized then
They
that to the
harvest
Grand
people's
Sage,
dreams.
the Matra are nothing more than
They kill
tools for
people.
the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge.
Just tell them that.
The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed
So you
it would
decided
be
to
wise
exile
to flee
yourself.
the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once
Saito seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages.
Yep.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
It's a little too early to trust him completely, though.
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage.
I'm definitely planning on pulling for him. I did hear he has a little bit of energy problems. So if you do not have a battery on him, you kind of need his C1. I heard that's a big problem with his kit. So if I don't get his C1, I'm definitely going to want probably Fischl or Raiden as a battery for him. And then I'm going to do Kokomi or Xingqiu. I'm definitely going to have to see who works better with him. And then Kazuha or Zhongli as like a shielder or a But I would also really like to get a C1 so I wouldn't have to have that battery, so I could add Lesser Lord Kusanale eventually, or the Dendro Traveler for now, because he works really, really well with Dendro reactions. So that's kind of my plan. I just, it's going to be a little difficult to figure it out if I don't get a C1, and that's why I think that a lot of people say he's amazing, but he has this huge setback that's behind his C1, and it just kind of sucks.
The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you
Hi.
dispute this, Alhaitham?
My name's Fred.
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine knowledge capsule, and I think we
In the
deserve
very
an
beginning,
explanation.
Alhaitham was.
Yes. I was
But I don't think
indeed
he turned us
tasked
in
with
because I think he
investigating the
trusts us.
traveler.
He fell in love with us, obviously. He didn't turn us in. He went against the academia. He's pretty, so we trust him. Like, look at him.
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective,
Instant
the
betrayal.
sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar
I love to
mercenary,
see this huge group
incapable of remaining
of
sane
playable
for long
characters,
enough to
by the
hold a
way.
conversation.
We don't usually get to see more than one in the same room with each other. Like, I feel like the last time we did that was like during an event, or like in Mondstadt when we were with Venti, Jean, and Diluc, on that whole mission for Storm Terror. And yeah, there was the leeway stuff at the end, but that was literally just the climax, and there was always a bunch of main characters in the climax and stuff. This is literally the middle of the Archon Quest Chapter 3. So it's just really cool to see this many characters in the same room.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything.
But then
So
we
it
actually
came as
appeared.
quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the divine knowledge capsule.
Well, that's an interesting question because alright, so your mind has this weird, I don't want to say gimmick, but it's kind of a gimmick, and where like 50% of everything that you see and learn doesn't get stored in long-term memories. They go into short-term memories, and if you don't like go back and read them or relearn them or like pound them into your brain, you don't really like remember them. And that's why studying is hard for some people, because that ratio is different for everyone. And even long-term memories after I think 5 to 7 years are so fuzzy that you can only remember like a picture of the memory and your brain kind of fills in the rest. So I don't know, I would assume a lot, but you don't know if you're actually storing like information and memories correctly, because everyone remembers stuff differently. And that's why like cases of like stuff that happened a few years ago can be varied between people, and some of them can be completely made up that people just misremembered. It really depends on how much you personally can remember and all that kind of stuff. So it's a very difficult question to answer, I guess you could say. But humans can usually remember up to like 2.5, 3 hours of knowledge at a time, and then needs a break. Is, I guess, an easy way to estimate it.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe
he's a good guy. I trust him.
I'm willing to apologize if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all,
they kind of screwed Ito's over. They kind of just screwed Ito over when it came to his model.
Aware, Scribe Al-Haytham. That curiosity can also lead you to
They should really fix his model.
Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here.
And then you see us and a bunch of
guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It took me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
What?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
And too bad she actually sucks when it comes to playable.
The winds died down.
However, keep making the 4 stars weaker and weaker, right? And the 5 stars stronger and stronger. Kind of sucks.
Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. Alright, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Alright, let's go into the sandstorm. I really like that stove. I hope we can get something like that. I really like the new loading screen art for the desert. Yeah, the 4 stars have gotten so much weaker. They keep making worse and worse 4 stars, so people will have to or want to pull for the 5 stars. It just kind of sucks. You know, like, why make 4 stars at all? Like, the 4 stars are supposed to be so, I guess, more free-to-play friendly or people who don't like to spend lots of money won't have to. You know what I mean? They won't be as strong as the people who do spend money or people who get lucky and get the 5 stars. But at least they'll have some good characters to go on. But the 4 stars lately have been so bad that it's almost like they're not even worth pulling for, and especially because you have to wait so long in the story to even level them up. It just kind of sucks. Rift Towns, the Abyss.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting?
Yeah, the early 4 stars are
You've
just
been
the
dealing with
best.
these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've
Not only
defeated.
is she really strong.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now
Can we
I
play
have
as
something
Dea?
to take my
Can we
anger
play as
out
Dea?
on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Yeah, pretty much. The old 4 stars are still like the best in the game.
Germinate! Propagate!
Switch, please. Thank you. That was weird.
The wind knows me.
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
And they aren't. They're abyssal. When have they ever let up?
Shine down!
Hold the line!
Scatter! Spring forth!
Illusion shattered!
The creatures stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
4 abyss hounds, really?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Doesn't really seem
Well
that
fought,
difficult.
everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Village Elder?
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru Village.
It's a
Everyone
pleasure
Sir.
to meet you.
I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who
Yeah,
stayed in
it's
the
because of
village
the
a while
Fatui
ago,
messing with the
these
ley lines to fill up
unusual natural
Scaramouche's damn
phenomena
machine.
are related to the withering of
That's not a theory, like
Irminsul.
it's basically confirmed he has the ley line juice as
Another
giant
effect of
earrings on his
Irminsul's
machine
withering.
god body.
So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural
And the withering
world
is probably caused by their
inextricably
sapping
connected
that
to
massive
Irminsul.
amount of ley line energy into
These
the robot
regional
too, huh?
symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their
So that
crazed
one chick,
minds
maybe she'll
may
show
have
up.
a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So,
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace.
Wandering
No one
off
in
into the
village has
desert
ever
to
seen
worship
them
their new
leave.
god.
If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins?
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help
Because you're
too.
reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these
This is a really
poor
long Archon
scholars.
quest.
But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
That's cool, I guess. I didn't really think it was, but I guess it makes sense. Oh, look at all that desert. There's some ruins over there. Eye of the Sands. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Alright, so I'm assuming this will get this area here, and then this will probably not get this entire area. I'm assuming it'll probably get like this or something, and then this is probably where Scaramouche is gonna be. I mean, I can assume. Alrighty, I'm not 100% sure though. Don't like credit that as like me. That is just a guess from me, 100%, but it's just based off of like this. I still need to finish the quest to get in here. Go up here. I need to do so much in the base area still. I need to do more exploration streams is what I need to do. Okie dokie. Oh, we can ascend the Traveler. Constellation. Oh, interesting. Increased by 3 seconds. Nice. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. Now time to wish upon a shooting star, because we have a single wish. Dang it! I was hoping for, it would have been perfect. It would have been so perfect if we got a purple and it was Candace. Like, that would have been so perfect. Speaking of which, this weapon, is this the greatsword, or is this the elemental mastery? Following effects, I think this is the normal, no, this is a claymore, it's an elemental mastery claymore, interesting. Makes sense, the normal sword will probably be on Nilu's banner, I think that's how you say her name. I really like Sina's weapon, but I don't know much about it, so... Alright, it's a crit weapon, so kind of like Zhao's. His equipment characters gains 52% of their elemental mastery as a bonus attack. Oh yeah, he's going to be a character who loves elemental mastery, and this weapon is going to take him to the next level. So basically, it's a Hu Tao and a Staff of Homa situation, is what I'm getting from this. It's very specifically built for them, and they're okay and good without it, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be god tier with their weapon. Because look at that, 52% of their elemental mastery is converted into attack. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's even higher than Staff of Homa's. Like, damn. Like, damn. I'm definitely gonna go for his weapon. I wonder if it's the anniversary, right? So, did the shop bonuses or whatever? Yeah, it's double again. Okay, it's double again. So, if I were to spend $100, I would actually get 100 wishes instead of 50, which is nice. And if I spent $50, it would have been like I would buy a $100 pack. I feel like I'm gonna buy the $100 pack tomorrow morning, and we're gonna do our pulling video or whatever, and see what we can get. And then the leftovers from that we'll save for Nilo or whatever. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know who I'm pulling for. I really like, I don't want to say their names wrong, but I know I'm going to. I really like Nilu, like the red-haired girl. I just don't know if I want to pull for her. Because I literally just built Kokomi. You know, I don't know. We'll see. And the reason why I'm waiting until tomorrow is because I don't want to, I don't know, I guess take over this stream with the fact that we'd be pulling for Sino, I guess. I want like a dedicated stream to pulling for Sino and building him, you know? So like tomorrow morning. I just wanted to accept the quest. Please stop talking. I have a couple more quests to grab. I wouldn't really say she's very situational. She is pretty much going to be god tier, but she's going to have to be used on a Dendro team. And that's kind of like with Sino. Sino is very much built to be the DPS for Dendro teams. Like, he's almost built for the fact that he needs a Dendro and Hydro character on his team. And it's just kind of, I wouldn't say it sucks because, you know, honestly, I like that, you know, because it's kind of making you build, you know, some of the newer characters. I do enjoy it. Plus, I mean, why wouldn't you not want to use the new element, you know? It's just the Hydro, I don't know, it's just weird because Hydro and Dendro are kind of locked together. If you use one, you have to use the other. I wish that Dendro had more reactions, like base reactions with other elements. Like, how cool would it be if instead of Dendro and Hydro, you would use a Geo character, like you put Zhongli on the field, right? And you got something like Moss or a Ruin effect, and where, like, Dendro overtakes the constructs that are made by the Geo characters, like all mossy and overgrown, and instead of doing Geo damage, they do Dendro damage then. But they do more damage because they're a combined effect. That would be cool. Well, I never said Nilou would be good with Sino. I'm just saying that Dendro as a whole is kind of locked into having a Hydro character, and then from there having an Electro or another Hydro. Or another Dendro. It's like, it's an element that is completely based on reactions. And I guess Dendro does have the grass effect with Pyro, where it's just burns. I guess. And Nilou's Lesser Lord Kusanale's, her kit definitely leans into that. I definitely think her and like Xiangling and Hu Tao will be insane, just because everything will be on fire. Klee will be so jealous. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to say, like, it would be cool if there were more base reactions to Dendro than just burning it with fire or Hydro application to make the seeds, and then from there using Electro, or, like, I get it, it's really cool to have branches where you have to do in certain combinations. That is really, really nice. I really like that. But it's the new element, you know, I was kind of hoping I could use it with some of the other elements too. Like, it has no effects with cryo. Electro is very situational and only boosts, and even if you do it normally, like you said, it only boosts their overall damage. It doesn't actually have, like, an effect. Unless you have a Hydro character on your team too. It doesn't react with Geo. Doesn't really react with Animo. Animo just brings it together. I don't know, it's just... As much as I'm enjoying Dendro, I hope they add more to it, I guess, to make it more fun. Alright, let's continue.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to
I don't think
Aru
I've ever
Village.
noticed that, but he has
When
that
a
one
serious
strap on
phenomenon
his shirt that's
exists
holding
here.
his pants up, like
When
connecting
mad
his
scholars
shirt
first
to his
arrive,
pants. It's
they
kind
are
of
as
funny.
incoherent initially. The people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in that Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety.
Is that thing on his arm
Suddenly,
a tan mark? Like,
we noticed
was
a
he
mad
wearing like
scholar
a golden
crouching in a
band on
corner,
his arm and he took it
caressing
off and
the
that's why
ground
it's a
with his
different color?
hands.
Or is that a tattoo?
A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright.
Would maybe try Sino. I just
Almost
like
as
to
if they
get
had
the new
grown
characters,
roots
try them
reaching
out,
deep
have fun
into
with
the
them, you
ground.
know? Especially the characters I
In
really
the
like.
end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people
I
of
think
Aru
the
Village
team
treated
I'm
the
leaning
mad
towards
scholars
is
with greater
Sino,
kindness, and
Raiden,
began to refer
Kokomi,
them
and Dendro
as the village
Traveler. I know
keepers.
that it's not a shielder, but at least
Soft
there's a healer
green
on it.
light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village?
It must be
What
Nadia's
do you
power.
mean? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then!
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
Yeah,
So,
sorry.
What do you make of the story?
The Mad Scholar's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanale. Lesser Lord Kusanale was actually the one who protected the village.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
Because the Academia wants you to think that.
She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
She also saved me not too long ago.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar.
I say, damn, that
You
mind's.
two
She's
really
cool.
must
Yes,
have
she is
met
very
less
cool.
How can this be? To think. Our Archon has been amongst
And
us
she
this
said
entire
dookie
time.
dookie. Yes, very
Alright,
true.
now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You
But
betcha.
easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh? Who are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Of course.
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to.
We're not gonna take you with us. You're a child. We're going into the desert.
I won't be a nuisance.
But we'll like.
So you're the one who was
find him
eavesdropping
for
on
you.
us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was. But I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Haven wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Okay.
Sorry, I was only listening in. 'Cause
Please
I
help
wanted
him,
to know where-
Sino.
Alright.
Really, please.
But first, let's confirm the facts with
Sino's
Candace.
basically Desert Shao. I'm just gonna say it. They got like so much angst levels. Plus their polearm have a very... Oh, what's the word? Stingy playstyle. Greedy playstyle where you have to constantly keep them on the field.
Sino is super vigilant.
Just ignore it.
Is this
Yeah,
what all the
basically
Matra
what
are
they
like?
did.
Ah, you're back already.
Hi,
I
Candace.
just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied
That's so
Isak until he fell asleep.
sweet.
The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared
That
to be living in
NPC
his
versus
own
the
world,
Raiden boss. Oh
almost
no.
as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun? Or, Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
I feel like Cyno's definitely going to stay after everything is done. I don't think he's going to go back to the academia. He definitely feels like he's connecting with this place way too much already, you know what I mean?
Always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Cyno?
No, nothing. As long as Esau keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my
Oh,
thanks
dude,
on
did Lesser
Esau's
Lord
behalf,
Kusanali
Cyno.
help the old man? I guess that makes sense. She does do stuff like that. Boop, 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 boop. Makes sense, he has Anubis on his head. Yeah, it does.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
Is that your grandpa?
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much!
Found, and your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Ooh, real quick, there was a Dendrooculus on the roof. Yeah.
One with nature.
I don't know why, but I really thought there would be a chest up here.
Yeah.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. You shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
He was high as fuck.
Did you notice anything else?
Anything else?
Alright, I guess we'll keep looking. Yummy!
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't
Oh
change
no, she's
the
simping.
subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go
She
to
is
bed
not
pretty
gonna be
early,
helpful.
so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your
You look
grandpa's
like your mother
long-lost
and
twin,
son.
right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
He's such a nice kid. That would never be a real child nowadays. Children are assholes nowadays.
The wind knows me.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently?
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak.
This dude looks
your
like a
grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was pacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora.
I have not seen that one. I don't actually have TikTok, so.
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing. Hey, you're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy!
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't
Devious
say anything
lick
for
challenge.
now. Isak, let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Okay, are we being followed? Is it all hate them? I don't see Sino though.
Join the Aramites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Where'd he go? I don't know where Sino went.
Into the wind.
Do you guys know where to go? It says follow Sino, but... Are you kidding me? Complete the quest. The Exile Sprouting. I gotta find that. Alright, I guess I gotta do this one.
Follow the wind. Cut. Here. Propagate.
Oh, I guess you guys probably had that problem too, huh? Oh my gosh, her flowers grew. Oh my gosh. That was a really easy quest. Hi, Sino.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has
I
been
know, I
getting
saw.
more deranged
I have most of it
scholars than
already.
ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King civilization in
Although I'm
ancient
probably
times.
not going to put it
We
in
don't
my
quite
teapot
know why,
until,
but it seems like there's
you know,
some sort of
actual, like,
connection between
Dendro
insanity
realm
and
style.
the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
They're sacrificing
Now
people?
that you say it, that does
This
make
really
some
is a
sense.
cult.
Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Hi, I'm Sino. I'm here to kill you.
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Murder him. Our Egyptian king.
This guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on, keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk
It's
have
all
had
true,
more than
sir.
enough of those people at the academia.
Why did he
They
sound
keep
like he
sending
had a
us all
British
the mad
accent when he was
scholars and
just
won't
saying
let
the
us
word
have a good
sir?
life. Would you
It's
wanna
all
live
true,
like this
sir.
if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it! At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
The Academia is probably the true target of their hatred.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you...
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this.
Just nod and walk away.
Try some.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I'm not your enemy.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that.
All the more reason for us not to get on his bad side.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we'll find something there.
Very well.
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Okay. Bridges collapse. We survive because of Kazuha. Child just plummets.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so A lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good
Okay.
person, really. I know he is.
Does he live in this
swear,
cave?
He's just like my real grandpa.
Look at our feet in the sand, dang. Please tell me he doesn't just live in that tent.
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
What's that smell? Did you catch a faint whiff of incense?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one
It's
as before.
definitely that one. Oh my god, they hypnotized them. They saw Scaramouche's backstory. They're worshipping Scaramouche. I called it.
But are you
I
okay?
called it.
Are you getting dizzy?
They're brainwashing the people of the desert.
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
He's just gonna
Yes.
say no. Oh, okay.
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No, no need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From
Let's keep looking for more clues. Yeah, definitely not much of a house. Where are we going? Am I supposed to be looking for something specifically? Definitely seems like you figured something out.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village.
So it was
The
him,
scent
it's his
is quite
house,
faint.
tent.
But still,
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
we'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Lured him away, so that's what happened.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
Pretty much.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Put a chicken, put a
Exactly.
chicken wing in front of a fan.
Most scholars
You'll
are
you'll
fond of
attract a
incense,
Paimon this way.
Since even deep within the
Have like a
clutches
net
of madness,
ready.
they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why
Is it
would
to
anyone
resurrect
wanna
the king?
abduct all the Are the rumors really true?
It's the only lead we have so far.
Disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
I love
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Okay, go back to the village.
Get him back.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. While I'm here, I saw a Dinoculus, like, right down here, so I'm gonna grab that. I'll just use these things to get back up. If I can. Oh no. Complicated.
Follow the wind.
Alright, that worked. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I'm so excited to go there.
Time to go. Time to go.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Please tell me we're not gonna just go over everything. Can't we just skip ahead like we usually do?
Friends are.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Nope.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful?
The 4-star girls and the 5-star boys. Makes sense.
I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Most likely.
Makes sense.
Academia. Fatui.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
We're being spied on.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's
Sino, go kill him.
broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the Academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know...
Dia's winking at me. Maybe I should stay quiet.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here.
I know they're not actually
Compared to
really
you,
his, but
mercs
still.
like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebat with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan!
But that's not actually the plan, right? Because we are being watched. So I'm assuming that's actually not what we're gonna do. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. There's a Sealy down here. And little flowers on cactus. Boop. Boop. By the way, guys, what boss does Sino take? Does he take the... Does he take the robot triangle boss thing? Or does he take the big mechanical dragon boss thing? I'm assuming the dinosaur-esque one is in the desert, and I know the other one's back towards the metal giant robot thing. No idea? Alright, I'll have to look it up. It's fine, I'll have to look it up. I was just hoping to prepare a little bit tonight after the stream.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life?
Try to get him enough scarabs and, I don't know, maybe boss material to at least get him to 60 or 70 tonight. Or... not actually get him there tonight, because I'm not pulling for him until tomorrow, but you know what I mean. Like, get enough material so I can on stream so we can try him out, is basically what I wanted to do. You can use my world again for scarabs. I appreciate it, but I gotta find them first. I have a couple map guides that I looked up, but I'm pretty sure because people already have him 90'd, there should be enough to actually get him there. Like, you know how Raiden, there was just enough for Raiden to get to level 80? I'm pretty sure they did the same thing with, oh, dang. I'm pretty sure they did the exact same thing with, Sino, but, of course it is scarabs. Is that a scarab? Oh, alright, cool, I found one. So, right here is a scarab, and I'm gonna mark one every time I find one, of course. So I can always come back.
Time to go.
And I guess we get to explore the desert a little bit until we get to the next village, which is really cool. Or are we going back to the old village? I think we're actually going back to the old village. Which is a little bit of a bummer. I really don't want to leave the... Yeah, we are going back. Alright. That's fine. I'll just have to explore the desert, like, on my own. I am really close to becoming AR-58 too, by the way. That's cool.
Time to go.
I see a chest. Or something. What are you? Wait, what are you?
Time to go.
Oh, you're like a rhino version. Oh my god, you're even cuter. Look at those ears. What are you? Holy shit. You're the cutest little thing. I want to ride you. I want to pet you. I want to make you my pet and mount. You look like you could be a roly-poly. That would be amazing. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh, it's a green one.
Journey ends here.
Scatter!
Pound into the ground!
Adorn my night!
Insolent!
Oh, shoot.
There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
That was easy. Oh, a building? Are you? That's cool. We actually got one of the desert-like buildings. That's really cool. Ooh, is that a different kind of mushroom? Hi. You guys are so cute. Why is everything in the desert adorable so far?
Shine down.
Sorry for murdering you. You were so cute too. Alright, let's continue because I would like to finish the Archon quest. I know some of you guys have done it, so do you guys know how much is left? Do I have a lot more in this one still, or are we gonna wrap up the Fatui stuff in this one, or just the Scaramouche stuff? Actually, don't answer any of that other than if we're getting close to the end or not.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
There's some more?
Every time we see the wall of Samiel.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
I don't know. I haven't really looked into her that much because I wasn't really planning on pulling for her.
Anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those...
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for.
What happened to Haytham? I know they said he went to do his own thing.
Let's go check
out the tavern. But dude just like left without a word.
I know.
He just kind of like snuck off, like so rude. I will look into it a little bit, but like I said, I haven't really looked at her kit and stuff.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you
I'm in the middle of the Archon quest, guys, so I can't let people join right now. If that's one of you, I apologize.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Yeah, there's no way she'd actually be friends with this racist
Matter
asshole.
of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
She is clever. I'll give her that. Are we going back into the desert already? Thank God. Like, that would have been so weird if, like, literally the Archon quest only had us go into the new area for, like, a second. That would have sucked. Ambush? I feel like this is an ambush.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
They're red scarves.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
Obviously.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there.
Near end?
Not
Okay.
only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
We didn't. He followed us.
You left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really...
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Obviously.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samio would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should
He
have
sounds
known that
drunk as
traitors are what
fuck.
us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Sino. He just jumps
Just
down
as
or
I
something.
expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Oh, really? No.
A new punching
Illusion
Okay. Honestly, I thought Sino was just gonna jump down because I thought, like, we knew that they were watching us. It definitely seemed like Dea knew that we were being watched. That was easy.
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Main is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid
She
enough
knew
to fall
too.
for it.
She had us. She like
figured as
winked at
much
us,
the first
trying to
time
get
we
us to
drank
stay
together.
quiet so she could do this
You all
trap.
thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Damn.
Okay, that should be all of them.
I feel like she really did knock him unconscious. I feel like she told us she knocked him unconscious, but she actually murdered him.
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
So those names you mentioned.
Oh, you mean the funny names she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house?
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
But
that's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Ampu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well,
Guess?
that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really?
Hmm? About what?
She is very smart. Like, I gotta give her props.
Only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's
You
a
know it's not true, because she really
that
cared
bother
about
you?
her other boss.
What makes you so sure?
Because even without an employer, still helping us.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the Academia's trickery.
That
But
is true.
I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Are we taking him back to that one village, or are we going back to the one in the desert? Oh man, I already can't remember the names. One's like the caravan village, and the other one's the desert one.
This should
Alright,
be
we're
all
already
of them. I'll let you
back.
take
Okay,
it from
never
here.
mind.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until...
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Sounds good.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Oh my god, she's gonna kill him. 6 to 12 the following day. There's a lot of these. Does that count? Guess not. Guess it's not technically the next day. Alright, are we good now? Okay, cool.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way.
Good analogy,
It takes
I guess.
Strong convictions to be
Good
as
job,
dedicated
good
as
job,
she is,
Paimon. I
and
usually
shoulder
don't
that
like.
kind of responsibility.
You know what? Paimon's right, but you know she kind of was there.
Us, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Their very own type of
Sino's here.
which...
He's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
Well, technically, Child and Senora are both kind of like that. They both had 2 elements. Although, I get what you mean, like... Say if you had Cryo and Pyro, it would be like... Melted Cryo / Hydro. Like, I get that. Like, that's what you meant. But I definitely feel like in the future we're gonna get dual elements. Because I definitely think... Scaramouche, for example, we know he's based off of the wind demon or whatever with Ball. I definitely feel like if he ever becomes playable, he's going to be Anemo over Electro, but he has such like Electro roots because of Raiden and the Electronosis. I definitely feel like dual elements would work for him very well. So like I get what you mean.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh! You mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
More violent ones, more like it.
Right.
Run.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go.
We're gonna
inside.
be in there and one of them's missing an arm. Oh no. Oh no. Dun dun dun. Okay. That was a bit dramatic, but whatever.
Candace, where? Whoa! You look furious!
I mean, obviously.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't
She
beat
made
us
them
anymore.
subservient already.
We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
She mastered it really quickly
You
too.
fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling.
I've been watching Chibi Genshin. Chibi Raiden is the best.
The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
Kill him! Kill him!
We
Kill
may
him!
both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They
Is
give
it
their
because
lives,
Scaramouche is
and
a
we
little
can get anything
crazy?
we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's
What is
resurrection.
the mystery
and
man's
talk to us
name, I
into
wonder?
helping
Is
him.
it
In
El
return,
Dottore?
he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear.
He's literally
Just
bawling.
ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Okay.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu?
Did he just...
Smooth.
Well, they're not dead at least.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the Academia. Some time ago, people from the Academia attempted to take the Village Keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the Village Keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Nope. Murder is the only option.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the Village Keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the Village Keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace,
All
I'll
right,
let you
let's
deal
go.
with the radicals. Leave it.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Let's go! Oh, 58! Let's go! We did it! Yay! That took forever, dang. It's weird, I haven't used the Traveler since I was like AR-10. Now that I'm AR-58, I'm using him again. Just because Dendro Traveler is so good. And he's only like one of 3 Dendro characters, and one of them is DPS, and you can't really use it. So, you know. That was a weird rant. Oh well, let's continue. Dendro Traveler God, I mean good. There's Alhaitham.
Let's get some food in us and then
That was a laggy coat.
Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
He does Kaya's, like, weird disappearing act a million times better.
Hey, what's with the silence?
I love how they're both, like, have, like, the peacocking inspiration, too. It's just interesting, because they did Kaya kind of bad, and where I kind of hate Kaya. And they did Alhaitham so good that he's one of my favorite characters already.
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Go ahead, I won't stop you.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yeah.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
Maybe he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question.
True.
You're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
I guess true, but dude,
Not to mention
rude.
that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
And that is...
Huh? Right here in the village?
What is it?
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
Not 100%.
Some of them lied to us?
Makes sense. I mean, some of
Hiding
them
the
are
truth
on their
does
side.
not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them.
But they are both
By
gods
contrast,
of wisdom. I don't
the perils
understand
of
why
their
they hated
daily
each other
lives
so
are
much.
ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's
They
why
haven't really
you
mentioned
believe there
that
was
yet.
no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived.
Oh,
The
weird
reason
girl.
being,
I kinda figured
to
because she
someone
was,
who
like,
only wants to live their life
not
in
helpful.
peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
You look like a real fighter.
I honestly just thought she was crazy, though.
Don't change this.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the Radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them,
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
Not the worst idea, but I will miss you. My new favorite wolf boy. Sorry, Razor. I just like your brother more. It kind of feels like I'm gonna go full circle, because, you know, with Sino, Razor was my first DPS and my first level 90. And I definitely feel like I'm gonna use Sino for a very long time, because I honestly really enjoyed his playstyle from his, like, trial, so we'll see.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think...
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on.
Okay, I
Earn her
guess.
trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Sure. Hi, Miss Shawnee.
Hi, Traveler.
I butchered that.
I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No.
Why's that?
Because it'll only result in conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
I can't promise anything, but I'll do my best if I can.
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would
I
want
love
me.
the slower version of the theme in the background.
The Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Probably,
Yeah.
that's how racists are.
Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly,
Then you should do it.
I just stopped
If you like
talking
a
to
video
people.
idea, then you should
I
make it.
pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation. And I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Al-Haytham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty.
Could it
they
be...
also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard
Greater
similar
Lord
sounds at night.
Rukkhadevaka, like calling out?
But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather
or is it
believe
Lesser
that they
Lord
are the cries of
she's
beasts than
trapped,
ghosts.
kind of, in the Akasha system?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
We need to check out that hospital. Yeah, is it the one from the comics? Oh, that'd be so cool. Okay. It's not that far. That'd be like such a really cool like turnover kind of thing. Callback. Grab this real quick and then I'll go kill those silly trolls for that chest. Hey, there's an underground right there. Don't know if it's the one that you guys were talking about.
Propagate!
Torn to oblivion!
But a momentary distraction.
Okay, definitely this way. Oh, gotcha. Never mind then. I know we're supposed to be getting a new map in 3.2, just a little bit of an expansion. It's not going to be crazy big like the desert, but I heard it's going to be like... it looks like it's like rooms and stuff, so I thought it would be like the inside of one of the pyramids or something. I thought that would be really cool.
Take them. I have no need.
Definitely a Dendroculus over here somewhere.
It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
By the way, I really can't tell if this is like the rundown village that was in the comics where the hospital was. Like, I really can't. So you guys will have to let me know. Anyone who's read the comics and watches the video later or is here now. It looks similar, but honestly that could just be because it's, you know, rundown desert, you know what I mean?
The wind knows me.
Why is Paimon so scared of monsters? Dude, we fight them every day.
Hold the line!
Germinate!
Okay. That happened.
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
That's why you can't use Pyro with Dendro. My reactions disappeared.
There is no escape!
The fire that was mixed in with Kazuha's swirl completely destroyed my reaction, my Dendro, like, flower.
Now you shall perish!
were you even expecting?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Okay.
This is the one.
It'd been cool if we actually got to see one of his skills.
Let's go in and take a look.
Okay. What else? I feel like there's gonna be like a hidden room.
Hey, we haven't found Squad. Are you
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
I feel like he's not actually reading. I feel like he's tapping into the
sure.
ley lines or something. Because he has that ley line fluid.
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so
Remember the line, Paimon used all of her brain juice.
in a creepy place like this? Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people...
Okay. Got night really fast, all creepy like, behind the roots of a dead tree. Alright.
Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
I don't know if that sounds like crying.
Is the sound?
Sounds like a hyena.
Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's on the floor.
It's from below.
It's someone suffering. Must be someone with that disease.
Something is off about the interior here.
Maybe hiding.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one.
Yeah, this, I think, is the hospital slash Fatui base from the comics.
Let's keep exploring.
That's kind of cool. It's a nice little tie-in. Alright, so we have to find these things in the village, I'm assuming? Oh, there's one. That was easy. Hi, Aunt! Hello, hello! Thank you for stopping by. How are you? We are doing the 3.1 Archon quest. One of them, anyway. And if we have time, I'd like to do some of the event afterwards, but with how long this one has been, I might have to save that for tomorrow.
The wind knows me.
Rest and revamp. Illusion shattered. Ha! Inazuma shines eternal.
Cat in a box. I was looking at the chat, wasn't even paying attention to the combat. I just see Raiden get punched in the face by rock mushroom. I don't really know how to describe that
Now
one.
you shall perish.
Propagate!
So how is everybody doing? If anyone wants to watch me pull for Cyno, that'll be tomorrow morning. If not, I of course will cut it up and turn it into a YouTube video for later. It won't just be a stream. As always. But I am going to be pulling for Cyno. I'm super excited. Oh man. I have been waiting for him since I saw that one trailer before the game came out. Zone Soul 2022? What? Ooh, wait, I bet... No, wait, I feel like that's too far away. Ah, there it is. It's up on top. That makes sense. More enemies? Yeah, more enemies. Oh, they're scorpions! That's not terrifying.
Rest and rebuild.
It's the bird that I wanted to capture and put in my teapot, too. Zoan? Meow. Okay. I'm doing good. I'm having a lot of fun with the Archon quest so far. It's been interesting. We got to meet a lot of new characters. We got to see Dia again, Al-Haytham. You guys know how much I love Al-Haytham. We finally got to meet Sino and Candace. Oh, dude, this is the lab from the comic books. Oh, that's horrible.
Look, there's someone over there.
We need to be careful.
Good idea.
It's one of the mad scientists, though, right?
Without alarming him.
Wait. You're...
Agreed. Very agreed.
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the
Razak?
Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No, and that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada.
So how did he become like this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him
Maybe he got
being here
experimented
alone
on.
means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground.
Oh
They're clear
no.
by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
People.
Loaded with people?
This feels like a horror movie.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught.
I haven't done the Archon quest still. God, I'm lazy.
Haste, they failed to notice
Do it at
Razak
your own
hiding in the
pace.
corner.
Because you gotta remember, after 3.2, we probably won't be getting map expansions and Archon quests for a while. It'll just be events and characters for a couple, you know? So, I mean, if you want to take it slow, take it slow. You know what I mean? Just relax and do it at your own pace. You don't have to get it done as soon as everyone else does.
The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time
Ship
at
made out
Port
of a creed?
Ormos.
It's a giant ship? Oh my gosh,
Don't you
guys.
think his symptoms look familiar?
Divine knowledge capsules. Oh my god, they're experimenting with the divine knowledge capsules. They're making people go crazy.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The Academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
Because I'm a nice person? I don't know. I appreciate you saying it,
First,
though.
the Academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad
I
scholars
can't really
who were
call myself
exiled to
nice, though. I
Aru
literally
village.
just talked about
These rumors
murdering
were
multiple
all the
people during the
persuasion that
stream.
the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course.
Like, I was
in rounding up
100%
the
with
scholars,
Sino earlier
they were
about killing the
actually
guys
helping the
who
Academia.
were
As
gonna
well as
try
being
and kill
able to
Dea.
exploit the radicals for their own ends. This scheme has one
Murder,
further advantage
yummy.
to the Academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers.
Those pictures on the wall.
Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better.
Always been
Anyone
a
looking
channel
to
joke.
exploit that
I
for
mean,
their
I
own ends
guess.
simply needs to make a few empty promises.
But
Even
I
if
honestly would
complications
really like
arise,
to see this
people will
game
see
kick
that
it up
those
to,
involved are
like,
all followers of
a
the
more
Scarlet
adult
King,
rating now
and
that we're
look for
so
no
far in the
further
story,
explanation
because,
than
like,
differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in
see
it by the
some
rest
death
of
going
Sumeria
on.
will make sure of that.
I really
The
hope
notion of an
Child shows
academia
up
plot
to
wouldn't
do
even
his
cross their
job of
minds.
tracking down
It may
Scaramouche.
seem like a simple strategy, but
And
it
we
is able
finally
to
get
work
to see the
wonders
death
under
scene we were
Sumeria's
promised
current
so
circumstances.
many updates ago.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But
Not that I really want Child to die, but it would make the game a lot darker.
Scholars to Aru village in the first place?
Tartaglius.
Now.
Throughout this
Tartaglius.
process, one thing has changed.
That stupid
The
song.
Scarlet first, they were scholars. Then they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
I see.
An exile
Is
is
it
still
just me, or could
patently a
anyone else
living,
just kind of
breathing
sit
human
here and
being.
listen to I'll hate them
But when
talk for
someone
a
becomes a
while?
missing person, if you can't find someone,
Zhang
you have no
Li,
way of
who?
knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into
Are you
knowledge
okay?
Extracted?
I'm pretty sure he didn't actually know that though until the trivia, so
With the
you don't really
technology of
have
the
to be
Sumeru
like.
academia, it's
He just probably didn't know how to spell it
possible.
because he didn't really hear it
Perhaps
until
the
then.
process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
Yep, that's Paimon.
I'm the academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine
Wait, so
knowledge
your
capsule were
job
extracted from
is
his
to be a
mind.
human typewriter?
But something
You're
went
not
wrong in
actually
the
a
process.
researcher? You're just the
Or
scribe?
perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Yeah, I don't agree with Paimon. I definitely feel like you should just...
Anyone's brain?
Well, they're probably not using the human brain, obviously. I mean, why would they do that when they have a robot Fatui member, right?
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to.
What?
However, I can't help
Why
but
would you
wonder,
ever agree with Paimon?
what do they
Snap,
seek to
snap.
gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to...
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the
I feel like
horizons
he
of
is,
knowledge.
though, at the same time.
But I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless
I'm talking to
objects?
multiple people at once.
If this is the
True.
direction of academic progress,
I've done that. You know how
then
many
the
times like I was like
academia may as well
texting
shut its
multiple
doors.
people, and
like you're
I
really
would like
against
reply to someone's
Of
text
course.
on the wrong person,
academia's
and then get
actions
so
run
confused,
contrary
and
to
then
their
they get
rules.
confused, and then everything was
Whether
just
it
a
be
mess.
academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This
Yikes.
matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no.
Yeah,
My
I did think
criteria
so.
are a
I'll
little
hate
more
them.
restrictive than
Doesn't
that.
really do that kind of
There
stuff.
is no shortage of
He's not like a
suffering in
hero.
Sumeru,
He just kind
and the
of
same can be said
does
for the
whatever
rest
he's
of Tibet
interested
as
in.
well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Your motives are more specific and personal.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few
I
strangers.
love the 2 little eyelashes he has with the red makeup. It just makes his eyes pop so well.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad
Don't know
guys
what
in
to
the
say.
academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
Simping.
You're
I do
probably
simp for
right.
Alhaitham so much.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy
And
this
have you
feeling of
seen the
being the odd one
spoilers
out.
for Nadia
Your
and
neatness is
Layla's
also an
kits
asset,
yet?
is it not?
Like their moves and stuff? Because we talked a lot about that earlier in the stream.
About it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset. Her life
You
would
should have seen
definitely
me
be a
earlier
lot
simping
easier.
for
I'm just
Sino,
a more likable person than
Alhaitham,
her in
Dea,
general.
and
There's
Candace
nothing
while
more
they're
to it
all
than
in the
that.
same rune for each other. That was funny.
He won't last long if we leave him
If you
here.
don't want spoiled, I
Let's take him
completely
with us.
understand. But like,
We'll
dude,
work out our next step after
Nadia's
we return
kit
to
is
Aru Village.
amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. She definitely seems broken, but the god usually is broken, so. Are we just gonna leave the dude down there? I guess so. Just leaving the guy to stay down in the basement, screaming his head off. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, like I said, I was gonna get her even if she was horrible. I understand. I probably would too, just because I really want all of the Archons. Just like in Honkai, I officially got her Share of Sentience the other day. Well, yesterday? Yesterday. So now I have all the gods in Honkai too, and I was really happy about it.
We're back!
Oh, hi guys, how are you?
You must be tired. You should rest.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Pretty.
Unfortunately,
hot,
somebody who's too
gorgeous,
young to take on the role
luxurious.
of Usopp's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep.
Sino, yummy.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village.
It's completely okay
Since
to sip for him
divine
too.
knowledge
He's an
has been in
adult. He's
circulation for a
19.
while
He's
now.
same age as Hu Tao.
Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village. Almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah.
Heart.
Why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
The child. It's always the child. Find out the
Are
truth.
our friendships that shallow?
Probably, yeah.
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Thumbs. JK. What?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting.
Stop it,
And
I was
here
supposed
thought
to
you
be
were
a
the most
face.
suspicious
What?
one, I'll hate them, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra?
Are they just keeping
As
a closer eye on him?
You are no
What?
doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details.
You're watching this, talking to your
Simply
friend, and
put,
role-playing all at
the
once?
Academia
Dude, that
has
sounds like a
traditionally
headache.
allowed you
Good
access
luck
to
with
a
that,
wealth
my
of
dude.
sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you?
Love the multicolor eyes.
You
I know
want
I've
to
said it like
raise a
4
vicious
times
wolf,
already, but there's
you need to make sure
first
that you
thing
can
I
avoid
always
its
see.
bite.
The academia is monitoring
Well,
me?
I'm not dead.
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My
Then they could
actions
predict
aren't
your moves.
important
They would
enough
have
to
your
be
whole
added
like
into the
life and your
Akasha.
knowledge and
The Akasha is capable of computation.
yeah.
The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from.
The
Sino,
Akasha
don't
everywhere.
take it to heart.
Pretty much, yeah. Everyone in
This just
Sumeru
proves how
City
much
is
of a
wearing that green
trustworthy
leaf thing,
ally
which is
you
the
are.
Akasha system. It's basically a giant hive mind, and it's pretty much the main plot point in Sumeru.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Exactly.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Green leaf ear.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
One step behind him.
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
You're getting smarter, Paimon.
I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Interesting, meow.
After him! Please, wait! I want to go too!
No, you're a child. We're going to war.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa.
You're not bringing a child. He is going to die. Are you insane?
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
We're going into battle.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you.
This is me banging my head against the wall. You're gonna get a child killed. Idiots. Yeah, but she's a floating magical child who can turn into space dust and disappear inside the traveler's glove. And teleport. That normal child cannot do those things. He cannot avoid death with magic galaxy powers. Yes, he can. What do you mean, soul? Especially because we're literally about to go fight Scaramouche soon, right? And the whole mechanical god stuff? Like, that's terrifying.
So, where do we go from here?
Do you remember the route you took?
Yes. After leaving the village,
Finished
we
it
should
like
head
20
straight
minutes
toward
ago?
the desert.
That's cool, but we already saw Scaramouche and the whole mechanical god and all that kind of stuff, so we know it's happening.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you
Well, there are 2 Archon quests.
Yep.
So
One
maybe she
time,
finished the first
Grandpa
one?
almost got lost in the desert. but I was the one who brought him
I haven't
back.
even finished the first one yet, but there are 2 of them.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
We barely left.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset.
You
Looks
have no
like there were
sleeves,
more
I'll
than
hit
one
them.
village
I mean,
keeper.
he has big
They must have
gloves.
been escorted this way because there are
Big
device
fancy
fragments
gloves.
scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
He's got like a sleeveless shirt, giant arm-length gloves, and a cape shirt.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't... They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa,
By who?
I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Which was like 2 days ago.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Heart emojis.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
That is 100%
You're
true.
flying, aren't you, Paimon?
Dude,
Flying over
right?
sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
I'm about to hit this flying child named Paimon. Paimon, you don't walk. So true.
Horses, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
No shoes, our
Don't get
food.
any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh? Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Emergency food, yum.
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
She did say earlier in the quest that she always goes where the money is.
Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. See,
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
it doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can
Finally,
deter us
someone
from the
actually
grand
said it
mission
in game.
of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand
part
that
gets
more than
interesting.
anyone.
I mean,
Have
I
all your
assume.
years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the
Dea
sword or
said
in
what
peaceful
no one
comfort,
else was
my
brave enough
soul
to
will
say.
always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village keep...
Just confused
Mad scholars
myself.
aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
You can't reverse death
Even
in
if
this
it'll
world, though.
expose you to the academia?
Kind
Even
of.
if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes.
Now I get it.
We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
Samiel is actually the angel of death in Christian mythology.
Why would I listen to anything?
Basically, I guess what they're trying to say is if you pass the wall, you sacrifice your life. Like, basically the wall is a warning. If the desert people cross it, they die.
We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia?
But I do like to research religions and stuff. I think it's really interesting.
These people have no value,
especially because, especially Greek and stuff. Religion has such an impact on their culture.
These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars. Perhaps even find out the truth.
I'm half Greek. That's cool.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade
AFK real quick. You do you, my dude.
This is a means of joining forces against the academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall.
Oh my god, just punch him. Can't we just kill this dude and be done with it?
Another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years.
His other eye. Yeah, poke it with a knife.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. The mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
Traumatize the child for life.
You don't have to go this far.
They're about to traumatize
for
the
you to
child.
decide.
I told them they
Do
should have
it.
left him at the village. Everyone's face.
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've
Then
shown
the
me
kid
that
will
you're
have
serious.
a thing for severed arms.
Go
Dude,
on now, take
no.
your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Ayo. Oh my god.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore
Would have
with
been
my
an
left
interesting playstyle.
arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
I really hope they give
Don't
Paimon
ever
in the
make a
Traveler
promise like that
costumes.
again.
That way you can like change
I can deal with the
Paimon or
likes of them.
Traveler's outfits and
If it
stuff.
came
That
down
would be
to
really
it,
nice.
You would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should
How
have
did he not
trusted
like
you.
freeze to death in Dragon's
It's
Spine?
okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever
I
it
don't
takes.
know.
Whatever it takes.
But I mean,
You just
Amber
might
and
be
Eula
scholar
were there
material.
too. I guess Eula because, you know, she's
Are you
cryo.
serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic.
With a freaking belly
Perhaps
shirt.
a little madness is essential to be successful.
I mean,
in
my
research.
ether survived because I
Makes it
didn't
feel
bring
like he's
him.
using his praise for me as an excuse to brag
I had
about
Hu
himself.
Tao and Bennett, so...
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up.
But I guess
Today was just a
technically,
trial run.
story-wise, it
Noon
was
tomorrow
ether,
is
so
gonna be
I
the
don't
hard
know.
part.
Before I got Kaza main traveler, that's actually interesting. I understand it. Most people, you know, kind of do. Or there's some people that do. I can't say most people, but... just because he's gonna have every element, and he's gonna get better and better. But... So, fun fact, guys. I don't know if you guys, like, realize this, but the Traveler has, like, a very weaker version of a lot of the Archon's abilities because he resonates with the statues. So, I guess I could have put together that the Dendro Archon wasn't going to be a healer just by the Traveler's moveset, but I was still hoping they changed the formula a little bit. So it basically means if we ever get a healer Archon, we're also going to get a healer Traveler, and it's probably going to be Hydro, and I hate that so much. Why are all the healers Hydro? I get it, but like, dude, come on. You know what I mean? Like, still, I just wish they would make... I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Justice.
The world remains constant over the centuries.
I'd laugh so hard if the
human
healer
life is
was
like
like
the dew at
cryo.
dawn,
What if the
or a
healer
bubble
Traveler is
rising from
cryo
the
and the
water.
cryo Archon is the healer?
Transitory.
That would be funny. I know, I didn't mean like all of them. I meant like the best ones. I don't know.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
See,
okay.
I don't think the Traveler will have an ultimate form that can use all of the abilities. I think when he has all of the elements, yes, he's going to be able to control them all at the same time, kind of like he did in the child fight where he used Dendro and Anemo. I definitely think he's going to have a light form, just like the Abyss Twin has like the light-ish dark power Abyss form. So like when he gets all of his powers back, all of the 7 elements, I feel like he'll eventually level that up to having that 8th element that he had at the beginning of the game.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more
yeah,
of that
slap
today,
her on the head.
understood?
Bad girl. Dendro question mark? Oh dang, that's really far. Oh, okay. So now we get to see what it meant by all the way across the desert. When Thomas said that, I really did not think it was all the way across the desert. I thought maybe like halfway-ish. Dendro, question mark, do you mean Geo? I told you. I'm confused. I don't really understand what you guys are talking about, so I'm just gonna be like, okay, gonna continue now. Oh, dude, that's a hole? I'm assuming... Oh, wait. Before I go all the way down there. Let's not do that. Let's go back up here. I saw a waypoint. Is it way up there? That would suck. I wanted to grab a waypoint or something. Guess not.
Illusion into the wind.
Hold the line.
Scatter.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay, maybe. Maybe. I was just kind of ranting. I wasn't really thinking about it, but you're probably right.
Take them. I have no need.
You're probably right. I probably did fuck it up without even realizing it. Oh, it's the cute things again! Those things are adorable. I love them. I know I'm going like super out of the way, but I want this chest. I don't know why I want this one so bad specifically, but I do. I am always right. Oh.
Take them. I have no need.
That was easy.
One with nature.
And weird, but easy.
Rebuild!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
I mean, I'd still rather murder them for their parts, but thanks for the free treasure, I guess. Just snazzy. I mean, she would. I just got an achievement for whacking one of those things. Cool. Remembered what?
Time to go to work.
There is no escape!
The wind knows.
Oh no, I'm frozen! Kokomi, no!
Never test my
Calling
patience.
leaves. Adorn my night.
You're Abby's apprentice. I forgot about that.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Oh, you're new.
Propagate.
How are you?
Into the wind.
Oh, you're Animo. Interesting. I like that.
Illusion shattered!
Oh, that's cool.
Where do you think
I'm not really going ham on her because I'm trying to see her moves a little bit.
Goodbye. But we'll meet again.
Will we? You turned to sand and died.
But a momentary distraction.
I don't think we will meet again. I think you're pretty dead. Dude, are we going to that pyramid? That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. Please let us go to that pyramid. That'd be the best.
Shine down!
I'm not gonna go like super out of the way for chests and stuff because I will be exploring a little bit after stream too. But I would like to, you know, get what I can on the way.
Torn to oblivion!
Of course. So like for this one it was right here, why not?
But a momentary distraction.
Because we do have a lot of ground to cover. Like I'm definitely gonna go and grab that because map is like super important. So. You need clearance? Oh, I know what that means. I actually heard about it. So basically,
Illusion shattered!
after you finish the Archon quest, there's a certain puzzle you do, and you get a clearance card, like a high-tech video game system thingy. My friends were talking about it. You basically need an ID card. It's really funny.
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Because everything's all technological here. It's kind of great. Fantasy game needing an ID card. Pretty much, yeah. Okay, let's grab this. Oh, it's behind the pyramid. Dang it. But it looks like it's actually at the entrance, so I'm okay with that. There's one of the bosses. I'm assuming this is the one for Sino. I would like to grab probably this waypoint, but I can always just put one down like right here for now. I think I have a couple. Yeah, just offer all for now. Because why not? Alright, let's head to the pyramid and do the Archon quest. Pretty sure we have to go around, but... This is so cool. Oh, look how massive it is! Holy shit! Oh, damn. There's definitely a chest on top of there, right? Give me a crossover now.
Allow me!
Clouds high. The birds come!
Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion!
There's a Dendroculus on top. Really? That's it? Not like a luxury chest? I definitely feel like there should be a luxury chest.
Take them. I have no need.
Okay, but what did I get from the chest? A shield on the wall. Alright, not the worst. Honestly. Not the worst. Okay, I definitely gotta go around, so I am just gonna start going around. There is to fight that thing. I kind of like that the desert's kind of empty. Like, I didn't want there to be chests, like, everywhere. And I'm kind of happy they didn't do that, because it wouldn't really feel like a desert if they did that. Ooh, 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 hi. Okay, I'm gonna mark this place. Scarab spawn point, very nice. Sheer heat in the desert, true. Now that we're getting close, I'm gonna drop a portable waypoint so I can teleport back here. Because there's not really a teleporter around here. Travel at night will beat the system. Beat day? What? Oh, what? Is this the clearance thingy? Or is this one of the invisible puzzles? I don't want to do an invisible puzzle right now, alright? I've heard about them, and I'm already know I'm not gonna like them. Beat day. Do 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 do.
Huh. They got here before us.
And?
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
You didn't have to admit that.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Well, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
This the old man?
Grandpa!
Why is there only one of them?
Rahman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think?
Kill him!
And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my...
Please kill him.
You stay right there!
Oh no. Can we see her skills? Please? Oh! Damn! Go damn!
Playmate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
He's shaking.
Why are your hands shaking?
Earthquake! It's an earthquake!
Earthquake!
What? Lesser Lord? Hello? Wait, what?
Paimon's dizzy.
Old man God? We in a hole.
This day's going just great.
End game of the
What a
quest. Alright,
nuisance.
cool.
The sand dune collapsed.
It's just getting good, but okay.
I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
No doubt. You finally believe me?
The dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time,
We're definitely under the
sandstorms
pyramid, which
completely
is
buried
interesting.
it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an
Oh my
underground
god,
palace
wait,
in the distant past.
Makoto? Slash J? What?
A miracle. Praise the Scarlet King!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off...
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us
You'll
the way
see?
to his
Oh
secret.
no.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of the Scarlet King's civilization appear. Two major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating.
I mean,
Whether they
John
have
Lee is
anything to
just
do with
literally a
gods is neither
dragon,
here nor
so...
there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. The Scarlet King will take care of his people.
The blind cult. I'm just gonna go with this team. I'm sure it's fine. Scarlet King is dead. Get over it. I mean, yeah, honestly. These guys have never even, like, really witnessed his power or anything. They're just worshipping an old dead god because they don't want to accept the fact that life is a little bit of shit.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rahman.
Huh?
Do you see another Rahman here?
Are you mocking me?
Obviously.
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this...
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
Sneeze? What?
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
Okay. Oh, what? Are these like separate like rooms or something? Interesting. So that one's glowing. Only those two change. Got it. Okay, this one's glowing, and then I go back over here, and only those two rotate. There you go. I like those kind of puzzles. They're not insanely difficult. But they're still kind of fun.
There is no escape. Time to go. One with nature. Propagate.
You were way faster than I was. Like I said, I'm pretty good at the rotating puzzles. But you guys know how much trouble I've had on some other ones, so everyone's just good at other stuff, you know?
The wind knows me.
Rest and rebuild.
Here! Germinate! Illusion shattered!
I don't know what that was, but it's like I got hit as they died. Oh no, it was one of these. These tripped me out. When we had to do this in like Mona's one place in the Golden Apple Archipelago, I was like, oh my god, what do I do? The whole time. Oh my gosh.
There is no escape! One with nature.
Let's move out.
So that activates the elevator. Is there nothing else here? Doesn't look like it. How do I do this then? No! Does it come back down? I have to be missing something. Get on top of the... Oh, what? It just let me do... Then why was there a button on the ground? That makes no sense.
Time to go. Into the wind.
Hold the line.
Scatter!
I hate those things. They always get me when I'm setting up.
Now you shall perish.
They're really cute though. Delicious. Did I miss it? Okay, no. But I can't activate it from here. Oh, wait, I understand. It took me a second. I understand. So, I think what I have to do... is catch it. I get it. Wait for it to come down. And then do this. And jump. Okay, cool. While I was going up. Yeah, I understood. It just took me a sec.
The wind knows me. Propagate! Spring forth! Shine down! Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Into the wind!
I love how the bird does like a victory dance when you beat stuff. It's really cute. I didn't even press anything, what? Does it rotate on its own?
Time to go.
I kind of understand, but I also kind of don't. So now it should just go by itself, right? Oh wait, no. Now it should work.
A sight to see. The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Cloud retainer fortune dancing confirmed.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
This definitely seems more like a Dendro Archon place, though, doesn't it? With all the life. Oh, well, there's a portal. What? This is a giant leyline tree. Or is this...
It's getting brighter! Oh,
it's like a giant leyline Anubis tree. It's like the one in Inazuma. But it has an Anubis. I mean, not really, Raiden Makoto. It's a different tree.
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
Looks like a thumb.
These are Scarlet King runes.
Just believe.
They left something behind.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient Scarlet King script?
That's really the name of your language? Are you kidding me?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
Of course he is. It's Sumeru.
There's still something off about this place. The elemental, the scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
Analyzing?
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
I can learn Spanish. Way too many.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Watching what?
Civilization is born of knowledge.
Another
but so too
backstory? Okay.
Demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world.
The divine knowledge?
The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague.
And drove people mad.
People's
the madness.
Minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies.
It's the snake virus thingy.
Was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained.
And it turned into the desert.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priest to build.
That's literally just a big version of Lesser Lord Kusanale. I guess that theory's correct.
The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever.
She just changed her form.
World. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes,
same helmet as Sino.
The sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child.
God damn it. Not Mobius.
Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death. For I sense that...
That means Lesser Lord
the
Kusanale
spirit
is
of
the
life
original
will
Dendro
abide with
Archon,
me
which
during
means
my eternal
she's actually one of the older ones. And not the
Children
youngest.
of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Woohoo! Yeah, so not Mobius. Kinda bummed. Not gonna lie.
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and the Scarlet King were never enemies at all.
And just people's misperception, of course. Because music's always good. You can't say it's not.
This doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Yeah, she became a small person. Who looked... Her original form looked a lot like Callan, by the way, from Honkai.
Was that
The braid and all.
Dendro Archon?
Just not
so
elf ears.
in the end.
And Teresa, who Lesser Lord is based off of, I'm pretty sure is a clone of Callan, so that's a nice tie-in.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in Aru village. Our god, the Scarlet King's death. The all but total annihilation of our civilization. It was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing.
I can't really say they loved them, though. I'm pretty sure they just respected one, and that's it, because... I can't really say they, like, worshipped either of the gods. They basically used Lesser Lord Kusanale as an excuse to take over Sumeru. It wasn't ever really about the fact that they... It's more like they were against the worship of the god. They wanted people to go to the academia to worship knowledge and not the gods.
He saw her as nothing more than a traitor. Who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
Pretty much.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known.
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Nothing. I guess a better way to put it would be that
Hey,
they wanted the
doing?
power that the Archon had.
I'll live. Thanks.
So by
I should
using
probably go.
or diminishing Lesser Lord
just stay
Kusanale,
here
they basically
forever.
took her spot
What's your next
as the
move gonna
ruler of
be?
the country.
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel, but please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
That must have been rough. But he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in the Scarlet King.
Okay, no.
But now that that's changed,
there is a
we have a few
huge
more people on our
difference
side.
because they specifically said she took the form of a small child. She, in every way, looks like a child. She is physically a child. Just because she's mentally not, you can't just say, no, she's a little person. She's basically a grown-up trapped in a child's body, but she's still jailbait. So you, please don't, Thomas. I know you love her, but please don't. Don't get arrested.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice long sleep.
Basically, yeah. It doesn't seem like she fully remembers everything from her past anyway.
Stop yelling.
He's like remembering, or like thanking his ancestor in a way. It was a nice moment. This is a really cool place. I really hope we can come back here, because otherwise, like, leaving this really cool statue would suck. I want to come here with Sino and take pictures. Do not start. Since it is India, do not start. I mean, it is India, but fictional India, that's not really, other than the names and like the culture and stuff, it doesn't really, you know, seem that much. Everyone's white still, so. Oh, now we have to go way down here? Oh, shoot. I guess this would be the closest. Okay, but Sino's just tan, confirmed, because he's Razor's brother and Razor's white AF. Sino's literally just tan because he doesn't wear clothes. Yeah, they're brothers. Alright, so that's the end of the first Archon quest, apparently, because now it says Chapter 4. So, yeah, we finished the, Act 3. Very nice. Yeah, why do you think as soon as Sino came out, they released an event that tells you about Razor's parents and family? Like, I'm telling you, like, I've already been spoiled. People's already finished the main story of the event. H for H? What? Okay. Let's look at a couple things. Grab all these. I guess technically they never say Sino and him are related, but it's very heavily implied. Because, one, both have red eyes, both have white hair, both fight with, like, the wolf electro-envelop thing. And they basically say that, you know, Razor's family is from Sumeru. You know, like, who else? And they basically say, you might have family there. And Sino's on banner right now. Like, dude, it's very heavily implied. Alright. Single wish time. Let's go! Dang it! I was really hoping to get Candace. That would have been such a cool, like, moment at the end. Get Candace right at the end. If I do a single pull, right? Just listen, just hear me out. If I do a single pull, okay, it's still not enough. Oh well. I don't even know if I can buy anything from the shop anyway. No, it's not even that kind. Whatever.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
What's up, Battle Pass? Oh my gosh, level 2. You can tell I haven't started playing yet. Alright, so I'm going to do a little more exploring and stuff off screen, maybe do some of the desert stuff. We will be pulling for Sino and building him as much as we can tomorrow. Probably in the morning. I will edit it down to a YouTube video for anyone who can't make it. We will be doing... Oh, let me think. We'll be doing Fairy Tale probably right after the Sinopool stream or whatever, and then I'll come back later that day and we'll do our Honkai stream and maybe even our Genshin free-to-play stream. So, that's the plan for tomorrow. Mainly because we spent 5 hours doing the single Archon quest today. We didn't get to play Fairy Tale, but that is fine. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Aunt Thomas, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow if you want to show up. As always, it's been Rain. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!